quality of our teams is super high. People are really well prepared.
I started my career with Quaker, and I work for Revlon and L'Oreal.
I've worked in consumer insights for about 20 years, most recently with a research supplier, but also on the client side for Nestle and for Schwan's in frozen pizza.
My career really started at Hallmark Cards, where I was not a copywriter, I was a market researcher.
I'm an engineer. I have an MBA from Emory University. After my MBA, went to work at General Mills, worked there for 5 years in many different brands and in multiple roles.
I double majored in marketing and supply chain and business. Came from a past of consumer electronics. Previously worked at Dyson, so a little different feel.
I had worked at Schwan's and in the past at Polaris.
My career prior to Post Consumer Brands was all at General Mills. I spent about 5 years in operations working in the cereal plants as an engineer. Went back to get my MBA and decided I wanted to move into marketing to really kind of have a greater impact on the business and really begin to grow the businesses, and spent about 10 years in marketing there in various roles before coming to Post Consumer Brands.
I would describe the culture here as a collaborative environment where we are empowered to make decisions.
Being new has been really good here. Everyone's been super collaborative.
Definitely a collaborative environment. People work together well. We are hardworking, but we have fun while we do it, and certainly have fun doing it together.
When you're making decisions, you know it's not just you, but there is a whole team supporting you.
You have an impact on the strategy, on the execution. You have a say in many of the important decisions that actually could shape the direction of the company.
Even things like new innovation, you work with the business leadership group, you work with R&D, you work with marketing, and everybody kind of has a say in it, works together.
Things happen very fast. You don't need many layers to make a decision. You just have an idea, sell your idea through, and move on, and that I like about it.
I think that's a lot of what this culture is too, this a bias for action, a willingness to try things and take some risks.
It's been great to learn from people as well as kind of teaching people where I came from, and I found everyone works together really well.
Teamwork is a big deal because people are relying on you, and that keeps you going and that keeps you motivated.
It's just amazing to see how many people are all day thinking about how can we improve the relationship we have with this customer, how can we create solutions that are better for the consumers.
I think I've been mostly surprised by how much can be done with such a small team. There's a lot of punch and power behind just a small bandwidth of people, so I've been very impressed by that.
I have a really great team, so there's a lot of laughter that goes along with it. If you don't have a great sense of humor in our department, then you're not going to be as successful.
And in fact, on my team, almost the first requirement is you got to be a little bit fun.
That teamwork and the collaborative environment that we have here is the DNA of this organization.
The type of person that we're looking for and who would really succeed here is somebody who's a solid performer and honestly pretty self-confident in what they're able to accomplish.
A go-getter, willing to just dive in and do what's needed.
Somebody that really wants ownership, wants to have a big impact.
Somebody with a fighting spirit, who's really interested in growth and learning and growing with the company.
Someone that has an entrepreneurial spirit, someone that is willing to take risks, and someone that is willing to move fast.
And have fun doing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. My crazy hair.
Just keep an eye on it.
I think the future looks like a lot of growth. We aren't the largest. We are kind of that challenger company. And so you have to do things scrappier and different. A lot of times you have to do kind of the opposite of what your competition does. And it develops you, I think, as a marketer in many different ways.
With all the changes that are going on, there's a lot of flexibility and a lot of opportunity.
It is going to be a very challenging and exciting ride. It's very busy right now bringing two companies together. It's new to just about all of us.
It's pretty exciting to be in this new environment. I see a lot of opportunity for any newcomers or even for us who have been here for a while now.
I think the future looks really bright. There's just very few times that you get to join a company when it's in a state of growth where you really get to put your mark on it and learn and kind of show your ways of working and learn from each other. And I think the biggest thing that people should keep in mind is just how awesome the opportunity is right now.
There's lots of freedom to move around in the company, I think, and really make it into whatever we all decide it should be. I mean, within reason, of course.
It's my first experience with a merger of these size. Never been part of one of these before, and I have to say that I'm very excited about how we're doing things and how things are coming together.
The combined organization of Malt-O-Meal and Post Foods really gives us the scale that neither company had in the past alone, with now really the scale to compete at a level that we haven't before.
We are in a category that definitely has seen some challenges. So when you look at the huge amount of opportunity that we have and how we're bringing the best of these two companies together to position ourselves to be highly competitive and continue doing what's right for the consumer and the customer, I can only think that that is an exciting future.
You will have the most fun, the most challenge, and the most influence here at Post Consumer Brands than you will have ever had at any other place that you've worked. Guaranteed.
Post Consumer Brands es una excelente compañía, una muy buena oportunidad. Venga a nuestro equipo.
Come to Post Consumer Brands. We have it going on right now.
Hey, jump aboard. The sky is the limit here.
Look, if you're ready for a wild ride and you want to make a big impact and really grow and push yourself in ways that you never thought you could, this is the place.
We're the fresh voice in cereal.